Each year, 500,000 adults are diagnosed with late-stage cancer. Innovative technologies can provide new hope and save lives. Joining us is Jody Oyo, CEO of Prevent Cancer Foundation. Jody, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
There is a bill Congress is considering that would ensure those who need it the most would have access to multi-cancer early detection test. Explain what that is and why it's so important in the fight against cancer.
Happy to do that. And I do want to note how grateful we are to Representative Terry Sewell from the great state of Alabama, who is a lead co-sponsor on this legislation. So the name of the legislation, the full name, is the Nancy Gardner Sewell Medicare Multi-Cancer Early Detection Screening Coverage Act. It is a long one, and it was named by Representative Sewell's Republican colleague after her mother, Nancy Gardner Sewell, who passed away from pancreatic cancer. And this bill, it aims to update or modernize Medicare so that Medicare has the ability to review these multi-cancer early detection tests for coverage so that older Americans can have access and have that access paid for once the tests receive FDA approval.
What are the gaps that we are seeing in cancer screenings and early detection?
There are many gaps, so I'll focus on two. The first gap is in information sharing. People don't know what screenings they need. Basically, the foundation, the Prevent Cancer Foundation, does an annual early detection survey. And what we found is that 7 in 10 people are behind on at least one routine cancer screening. And the number one reason they were behind is that they simply didn't know they needed to be screened. So we need to make sure we're sharing information, just like you're doing today, about what people need to do for their health. The second gap is in innovation. So when we talk about cancer, we're talking about 200 different diseases, and we only have routine screenings for 5 of those cancers. And routine screening is really what gives us the ability to detect a cancer early when you have the best chances at having successful treatment.
We know early detection saves lives. Why is innovation in cancer screening technology so important? And how does this impact our ability to find more cancers in earlier stages?
The innovation is really the only way we'll be able to detect more cancers in earlier, more treatable stages. And multi-cancer early detection tests give us the opportunity to do that. The tests are designed to detect many different cancer types by looking for a cancer signal in the blood. So these are blood tests, and they have the ability to detect highly aggressive cancers like pancreatic cancer and ovarian cancer that we don't have routine screenings for now. So it's a really important step forward in cancer early detection. There are a variety of companies working on the tests and pursuing FDA approval now.
This seems very simple and non-invasive.
It does. It's a blood test. So I suppose, depending on who you are, some people don't feel great about blood tests. But by and large, blood tests are easy for people to access, and they can be more widely distributed in terms of a health screening.
You mentioned many people aren't getting routine tests that could diagnose their cancer earlier. What do you want to remind people? What should they be doing right now?
We want to remind people to take a look and see about the screenings that you need for your health. You can find information about the screenings you need and your family needs at preventcancer.org. And you want to make sure that you reach out to your members of Congress about how important it is for you to have access to innovations like multi-cancer early detection tests. And you can find all of that information at preventcancer.org.
Again, Congress is considering the Nancy Gardner Sewell Medicare Multi-Cancer Early Detection Screening Coverage Act. Again, it's named after Congresswoman Terry Sewell's mother, who died from pancreatic cancer. Why does Congress need to act on this year?
The time is now to act, because better health outcomes for older Americans can't wait, and it shouldn't wait. There is incredible bipartisan support for the legislation and incredible public support, and we don't want to see further delays in access in these tests once they are FDA approved.
Jody, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.